Hi guys, welcome back to my coloring channel. My name is SL and today's topic will be explaining a one-point perspective and how to apply this on your coloring book. On one-point perspective, actually they are most commonly used on coloring books, and it's the easiest to master because it sort of like channels or focus your eyes into one spot. And how do I explain it? Okay, so imagine that you're looking at a highway or a long corridor, or I think easiest will be the railway tracks. You're looking at the this railway tracks. Only the lines that create depth are the ones that are parallel to your side, like this vertical and the horizontal. All this will create depth. So, and all these lines, they meet at this point. The vertical and the horizontal lines, they meet at this point. We call this the vanishing point. So uh, this vanishing point, when they meet here, they will disappear. So like if you were to draw, I'm going to draw a stick figure. So imagine this stick figure at this nearest to my side here. This is a human stick figure. Okay, so this human stick figure, they will sort of like get smaller, or they will as they walk into this further down the road and following this vanishing point, you can see that the size are getting smaller, and finally if they were to converge or meet here, they will sort of disappear. You can't see the figure. This is also, you call this the horizon line here. Also the eye level, we call this the horizon line or the eye level line. Okay, you understand this is the eye level, and the eye level line also can create the mood, or can change the focus. It depends on where your eye level is at uh, which uh, which point. And eye level always appear on the horizon. So hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say here. Okay, I'm going to explain uh, this in the coloring book. So I used, I'm gonna go further away here. Okay, this romantic country, I apply this kind of one point perspective on a coloring book. So there's an imaginary point that I put here as my vanishing point. So I'll be drawing this, and then I have this horizontal line. The line will be closer as it moves to the vanishing point, nearer to the vanishing point. And then another one which I apply also here. So this imaginary point that I put here, and how do I get this point? Sometimes most of the coloring book illustrators, they don't follow the rules of perspective, because they go for kind of like art sense, like quirky style. They don't follow the rules of perspective. So they would imagine that how they would draw a desk this way, and I try to catch that uh, vanishing point. And how I do that is that you try to sort of like estimate. There's an estimation here. You just get one of the desks or any of the you can see that when the artist draw any kind of like almost a 3D object, you just get the perspective point here or the vanishing point here. So it's somewhere here. It's not it's not necessarily correct, okay? But you just want an estimate if you want to draw this kind of tiles in perspective view. So you just get one point here, and then you use the ruler here to draw this line. It's like I'll be drawing this line here all the way here, and the horizontal line. So the horizontal line will be closer as it gets nearer to the vanishing point. So this is one way to do. What I meant that when the illustrator didn't follow the rules of perspective, if let's say she were to follow the rules of perspective, she'll be drawing the depth of the cabinet here. Following this point here, there'll be the depth here, right? You'll be looking at the depth will be here, and then the vertical line here. This will be the depth. And also from here, you can see, you're supposed to able to see the depth of the cabinet here. Like over here, if I were to draw here, so here will be the depth of the shelf you're looking at. And again here, you're looking at the bottom of the shelf. This is a cookie way of drawing where they do freestyle drawings. This is how I always love all these kind of drawings because it's very childlike. And another, but sometimes I would want to use perspective in certain areas just to make it look semi-realistic. And over here too, I also use the perspective point to draw here. Uh, Before this, there was no kind of like a tiles on this pavement or on these steps. So I'll try to get a perspective point. I imagine that it's here. If your perspective point, you put it very high above, so you'll be looking, your eye level is higher. And if your perspective point, the vanishing point, you put it very low, so you're looking at the goose eye level. Probably you'll be looking at as his eye level. So I'm just estimating that because I've been drawing this perspective, so I will roughly know how to get this point of perspective. And you can see the lines from here. I'll be drawing these lines from here, and then the vertical, and you'll go closer as it gets nearer to the point. Another way of using perspective point that you distort it. But as you can see, most of the illustrators, when they draw all this, they'll be this. You see here, I'm using this also something like a perspective view. All the objects here, from here, the flowers you can see, it gets smaller, right? Because it's closer to the vanishing point. So whenever it's closer to the vanishing point, the views or the objects, the colors, all that, they fade. Those nearer to the edge here, they are sharper and clearer. So as it goes nearer to the vanishing point, the colors will be fading, or you have lighter colors. Okay, this is one. Another one I want to mention, the one illustrator that distort the perspective is this Lizzie Mary Garland's Magical City coloring book. When I got this one, I was so impressed with her style of drawing perspective because it was so unusual the way she drew the perspective. It's like she's following the rules and yet she's trying to distort. So this is very interesting. Like, oh, sorry because I did not finish this. Like you can see that this is a 1 point perspective, right? But she's distorting all these images. It's like you're not following the perspective and yet you're following the rules here. So all these are very interesting. And the one that I noticed on the coloring book that follows the rules of perspective is from this Zoe's coloring book. She's an interior designer, and I did draw a few, like over here. All this she draws in 1 point perspective. So since hers is her drawings are drawing in perspective, so you can sort of accurately get the point here. So the point is here. So whatever on the table you can draw in perspective here. Like you can draw the depth. See, there's this depth of the bottom shelf here. The top of the shelf, the depth is here. So this one, I would say this is a 2 point perspective. So I haven't explained the 2 point perspective. Probably in a later video, I will explain this. A 2 point perspective is where there are two vanishing points from the left and from the right. There's 2 points, two vanishing points. So you're looking at two walls. A 1 point perspective like this one, you're looking at the wall that's facing you, facing flat with horizontal lines. The lines are horizontal. This one is a 1 point. And you can see with the 1 point perspective, you can see the depth, all the depth, right? This is also a 1 point perspective because you're looking at the horizontal lines. The lines are in horizontal, so these are all 1 point perspective. This one is also a 1 point perspective because again you're looking at the wall facing you, which is horizontal, and you can see 1, 2, 3 walls here. This one also is a 1 point perspective. So this 1 point perspective, there she has the tiles ready for you. You can sort of get the point that over here, any of the lines here, you just use your ruler to create. So the vanishing point is here. So from here, you see how she draws her tiles, right? That's how you get the depth of the table also. Here, here. And this window frame, you want to get the correct in perspective point, in perspective view. This is how you get the depth. And the depth of this column here, or the depth of the wall here, from here, and the rest you draw will be in horizontal and in vertical. And so this also is a 1 point, and this is 2 point. So this is horizontal, this is a 1 point. So I got the point here because it's from the guide, from this floorboard. See over here, right? And then I'll be using the ruler to draw the horizontal lines. And also this one is a 1 point, also 1 point, also a 1 point. There you can see the depth, the bottom of the shelf here, and also depends on the eye level you create. Also a 1 point, 1 point. Here I try to draw the ceiling. What do you call this? The ceiling. This is not called columns, right? What do you call this? How I did this is from I get the point here. This is the vanishing point which I got from the guides. All these tabletop guides here to get the vanishing point here. And I drew this timber structure. So this is how I draw the timber structure here, and I use the horizontal line to get the depth. And so what else? Yeah, all this one in 1 point perspective. Also 1 point perspective. if you want me to explain further, I can do a demo of how I would draw perspective. Another one that, let's say you can create walls. I did one in this one, April's Forest Girls coloring book. Gorgeous. I just love her style of drawings and coloring, especially her coloring. So pretty. It's very, very pretty, her works. Just love her style of coloring. Okay, there's one that I did add extra walls. Where is it now? Okay, this image here. So as you can see, this is a one-point perspective, and with the girl lying on the floorboard and her legs pop up against this sofa. And I wanted this sofa to be leaning against a wall, like she's at the corner of the room. So, and what I did, I created a wall for this sofa. I tried to get the vanishing point here. So the vanishing point and the eye level is definitely below. It's not at the top. Usually when we have eye level, it's always at 5 feet. That's an average eye level. So, but this one, the eye level is looking from the lower level view. How do you get this level view? Is because you're looking at, you see the sofa. You can't see the sofa, the top of the sofa, the surface of the sofa. You're looking at the bottom of the sofa here. And if you follow the lines here, you can see the her perspective. The vanishing point is almost at the bottom here. So that's where I try to get this vanishing point here. From here, I drew the floorboards following the point here. Okay, the floorboards I drew is following the vanishing point. And from the vanishing point, which is this at this level, I drew the hanging art artwork, the hanging paintings. Then I drew these two lines, the horizontal and the vertical. Where these two lines meet, I drew a line. That's where how you create this corner. So this is how you can create a wall, one-point perspective, if there's none here. And hopefully with my limited vocabulary of explaining this one-point perspective, you able to um, use this short information to apply on your coloring books. If you find this helpful, please do comment. And if you need further explanation regarding this one-point perspective, please also comment. And thanks for watching. And I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you.